How much is a merchant portfolio worth in a buyout? Now, I know that this is the main thing everybody wants to know when they're looking to sell that portfolio. I can't give you an exact answer, but we are going to give you some really good ranges and multiples that you can understand a little bit when you're evaluating your portfolio.
And to really get a handle on it, check out ccsalespro.com/buyout for our e-guide, which will articulate this in greater depth.
Oh yeah, I think it's it's a lot of pages. We got all kinds of detailed information in there. Definitely check that out.
Really,
Definitive guide for you.
it'll be a great resource.
Sure.
Well, James. So what you earn on your merchant portfolio, the price that gets paid,
right?
As we explained in previous videos, is a multiple of the average monthly residuals.
Right.
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 Now, I understand that this differs by
Right.
the size of portfolios. So
Right.
maybe you can give us a short
Sure.
explanation of that.
So let me give you some ideas. So you have a portfolio. If your portfolio is less than $3,000 a month, so the first thing you got to do is look at the last 3 to 6 months of your portfolio, and then go, okay, what's my average residual payment each month? Because
Right.
that's what anybody's going to want to look at probably 12 months actually, but at least 3 to 6.
At least 3 to get a sense, right?
Yeah.
Because in the first 3 months, we know
Right.
that we're going to have a lot of attrition.
Exactly.
Right.
So look at like the last 3 to 6 months, look at your average residual, and then here's the multiple. So less than 3,000, those are the least valuable portfolios.
Sure.
If you got a portfolio with 1,000 a month, 1,500 a month, it's very risky for somebody to buy that.
Right.
Because you can lose 4 or 5 accounts and lose 20% of the value.
Right.
So it's very risky. Those accounts, you may only get a 6x up to maybe a 12x. I've seen some go as high as a 15x if it's maybe integrated with technology and it's
Sure.
rock solid, but you're
I
going
mean,
to
that's
get a lower
not bad.
multiple.
It's not a bad
No.
multiple,
No.
but if you were to build
Right.
a portfolio more, you would get
more. So then, you get into that next range, and you're in that 3 to 10,000 range.
Right.
You should expect something where you're getting at least an 8x, hopefully maybe up closer to 15x.
and maybe even higher than that, right? If it's really good.
It could be, and the other big thing too that varies is like we talked about in other videos is like how much are you going to handle retention? Are you going to give an attrition guarantee? How rock solid is there any guarantee that the processor is going to get?
Right.
That like okay, I know this is going to have a long-term value.
Sure, and like we said before, if you give them an attrition guarantee,
Right.
then you'll get money over time.
You'll get money over time, maybe a little bit less up front, but
Right.
over the whole term of maybe 24 months, you're going to make more for
Right,
sure.
for sure.
Well, if you're controlling your attrition, right?
Right, exactly.
Now you get up over 10,000, that 10 to 30, $40,000 range.
40,000 range, yeah.
Now you could be expecting to get some 16 to 24x money again, depending on many, many different factors. But 16 to 24x is kind of what I would expect to get there.
Okay.
I've seen some portfolios go for higher than that. Sometimes if it's going directly back to the processing company,
Sure.
they may have already predetermined that, hey, if you hit this, we'll give you this multiple.
Right.
Again, if you have technology involved where it's a good technology partnership and it looks like, wow, the attrition's really low, you might get higher, but somewhere in that range. Now, when you get up in that 30, 40,000 a month range, which, if that's you, congrats. That's
Right?
awesome.
Oh, that's awesome, man. You got it made.
You're doing awesome. At this point, you're really selling a business. You're not just selling a portfolio in most situations. So
Right.
probably there's a sales team involved, or there's actually a technology that they're buying the technology. Like
Sure.
there's usually something more. It's not normal that an individual agent's in that 40,000 range. Most
It's
individual
usually a
agents.
company, right?
Yeah, I've seen. I know a lot of individual agents in the 20 to 30,000 a month range. But about 40,000 is kind of that you hit that limit where usually you've got some kind of a business, which is great.
Sure.
Because then you're selling, hey, you get my residual and you get my 16 sub agents.
Right.
And so now you're getting really high multiples because they're depending on future revenue as well.
So what are you thinking, like 30, 40?
Yeah, you can get 30 to 40x on a 40,000 plus portfolio. Again,
And
assuming
that's assuming that your sales team.
yeah,
and
you have
other
a
things are
business
going.
coming with it that's going to sustain the growth over time, and they're
Right.
going to continue to. They're not worried about losing.
So that's more about selling a business than
It
it is
is
a portfolio.
It is,
right?
and a
Yeah.
lot of different things come into that. I will tell you, if you go to ccsalespro.com/buyout and you download the guide, one of the things that we will do is we'll also recommend a company that you could talk with, one of the ones we believe in,
Yeah,
and
sure.
check them out, and they would be able to help you with kind of understanding some of these issues, regardless of the size of the portfolio.
Yeah, because you definitely, the guide's great,
Right.
but you want to go talk to somebody who's buying these.
Yeah, you want to get a real offer. Go out in the market
Yeah.
and see what the portfolio is really worth, right?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're trying to do with this video and with the e-guide, and so ccsalespro.com/buyout.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have an awesome day.